right. Good morning. Thank you so much for starting your day with us on 32 FM 94.9 Ibadan. The program is Break of Dawn Newspaper Review, and in the next 1 hour, we'll be talking about issues in the news. My name is DELE ADEYANJU.
Good morning to you, dear listener. It's Easter Monday. It's public holiday. My name is OLUTAYO, OGUNADE, and we welcome you to the Break of Dawn Newspaper Review. I start from, I have the papers here with me on the table. I have the Guardian, Premium Times, I have the Nation newspaper, and Daily Trust.
And I have my usuals here, the Daily Post, Punch, Vanguard, and Independent newspapers. Yes, I think before we talk about the headlines, we had a shocking news on Saturday about the death of Yinka Odumakitayo. I think we need to really talk about this. Unfortunately, or let me say fortunately, what people represent when they are alive is always very different from what people talk about when they exit. And I asked a friend, an elderly friend, I told me that he said in Yoruba that people are not appreciated when they are alive until when they are dead. So if you allow me this morning, Dr. Olojedoko is a personal friend of late Yinka Odumake.
Precisely. When we let's take the headlines when we get back.
All right.
We'll look at a collapsed health system in this country.
Okay.
All right, and the life expectancy of a typical, an average Nigerian. Have you seen why people die around 54, 55? A lot die before that time, and a lot also around that time.
So something must be responsible for that early death.
Now, the president cannot even go for medical checkup, cannot even find any of our health institution here good enough to go check up himself. All right? Not for treatment now.
For checkup.
Just for checkup.
As part of the heavy amounts loaded in...
What you see around, we build shopping complexes, we build filling stations.
Churches.
And buildings that people are not even there. Go to Abuja, you see all those buildings. Let's take headlines. We'll come back.
Yes, from Daily Post newspapers, I take this headlines right here. Bandits don't deserve to leave El Rufai. Buhari caused Abba Kyari's death. That's a statement from Omokri. Danladi Umar. Pressure caused error-filled statement. CCT spokesman Al Hazan. Also, digital infrastructure. Literacy key to reaping transformational benefits of ICT. Dambata. Sam Obi, ex-Delta acting governor, is dead. Sultan of Sokoto awards traditional titles on 3 sons of Dasuki, 17 others. Ugandan Archbishop Cyprian Luanga found dead in home. Attacks on President Buhari in London barbaric. Kawu Sumaila. Rededicate your life, Buhari to Shemole. Buhari's minister amongst Governor Ikpeazu's Deputy Chief of Staff, Agu Okpai. We didn't pay ransom for Commissioner's freedom, Obiano. Easter. Truth in Akwa Ibom cannot be buried for long, Governor Emmanuel. Bandits, kidnappers must be punished. Details of Obasanjo Gumi meeting. I was assaulted. Mob chanted. Secession slogan. CCT chairman Danladi Umar. Makinde visits burnt auto spare parts market. Promises palliatives for traders. Easter. Why Christians should pray for Nigeria's redemption. Governor Baseki. Insecurity. Gumi meets Obasanjo in Ogun. Easter. Pray for the peace of Nigeria, Osun Speaker. Insecurity, Ijo Group advocates for Niger Delta Regional Security Outfit. Nigeria's current state does not represent Buhari, I know, Pastor Tunde Bakare. No intermediaries appointed by Governor El Rufai to negotiate with bandits, Commissioner. Governor Ikpeazu to Abians, be hopeful for better tomorrow. Bandits, Buhari's AK-47 shoot on sight order can't stop attacks, Pastor Tunde Bakari. And finally, from Daily Post newspaper, Ebonyi crisis. Police gives update on 55 suspects escaping from custody.
And from Daily Trust, insecurity. Gumi leads religious leaders to Obasanjo's residence. You didn't speak like a man of God. Gabashew attacks Kuka over Easter message. Oshibajo governors others send messages of hope at Easter. IPOP kills 13 traders in Enugu, Imo in 1 week. Bandits kill 5 in Kaduna. Ex-Governor Idris Jelani, 18 others bag traditional titles in Sokoto. Armed forces spending less on new equipment to fight insurgency. Undume, India donates 100,000 doses of COVID vaccine to Nigeria. How smuggled petrol from Nigeria floods Niger, Cameroon, Benin, Togo. The King of London returns. I can see the picture of President Buhari here. Let's see some more from Daily Trust. Buhari asks Oshomole to eschew politics of division. Let me take that again. Buhari asks Oshomole to eschew politics of division. Kwara United subdued Nasarawa 2-0 to reclaim top spot. 2023 APC, Enugu APC cautions PDP against early campaigns. ABGA demands action over attack on Soludo. Why I want to be an Anambra governor. Etiaba. Let's see another paper.
Moving on to Punch newspaper now. Aregbe Shola unveils plans for passport centers in 774 local governments. Negotiating with bandits to free 39 students attracts prosecution. Kaduna. Boko Haram injured 4 soldiers during attack on Monguno Ndume. I wish my husband could read tributes of those who criticized Odumake's widow. Federal government will reopen talks with striking resident doctors, says Ngige. Cause of jet crash to be known soon. NAF chief Obasanjo Gumi recommends special courts for banditry after closed-door meeting. Nigeria's health in danger. Buhari pampers terrorists. Bakare, Kuka. JAMB arrests operators of fraudulent cyber cafe tutorial centers. Council may announce Warri monarch's death. Succession intrigues continue. Suspected herdsmen abduct 5 returning from Anambra wedding to rescued. Gani Adams demands Oyo CP's redeployment. Obiano condemns increasing attacks on security personnel in Anambra. Police confirm release of kidnapped Obiano's aide. We are ready to severe links with Arewa, MBF. India donates 100,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccines to Nigeria. Bandits kill 5, injure 1 in fresh Kaduna attack. Ebonyi VP pledges probe, receives suspected assailant call logs, pictures. Bayelsa sets up emergency centers as cholera kills 24. Easter, Osinbajo, governors, others preach unity, love. Residents commend Oyetola on governance. Amotekun rescues 3 Ondo travelers as kidnappers flee. Buhari fire me, others mourn as activist Chukuma dies. Lagos plan addressing unemployment through skill acquisition. Shun politics of bitterness. Buhari advises Oshomole at 69. And finally, Easter message. Kuka didn't speak like a man of God, says presidency.
And from Premium Times, Northern leaders meet Obasanjo over insecurity. MTN airtime sales resume as Nigerian government intervenes in bank field. Suspicious 159 billion naira debt. Desperate creditors launch smear campaign against Fayemi. Easter, Kuka berates Buhari's government again, says Nigeria now massive killing field. Assault and battered CCT chairman speaks, claims assaulters chanted secessionist and sectional slogans. Let's see some more from Premium Times. Why I initiated a protest against Buhari in London. Reno Omokri, Shibajo, Tinubu Kuka, Mon Yinka Odumake. Federal government folds resident doctors over strike. We're not recruiting, beware of scammers. NJC wants job seekers. From Buhari spokesperson to critic, highlights of Odumake's earthly sojourn. Nigerian judiciary workers begin indefinite strike.
Vanguard newspaper next. I take headlines. OAU, Falano, Igini, others mourn Odumake. Gani Adams accuses Oyo CP of playing politics with security, seeks her redeployment. This isn't Nigeria Buhari and I envisioned in 2011, Tunde Bakari. And your criticism of Buhari ungodly. Presidency replies Bishop Kuka. Perspectives of the Nigerian police force. Role of youth empowerment in the emergence of a new state. The victims of Olalekan Ajayi's questioning voices. Easter, pray against insecurity. Oborevori tells Christians. And what inspired me to write? Okay, those are from entertainment. I'd like to take something national right there. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and Royal Rumble. I took something from internationals, and that's all I have from here.
Let's see the Guardian newspaper. Terrorists kill 5, injure 1 in Kaduna. Sani advises Tinubu to learn from Abiola's travails. Fragile peace as banks unblock MTN's USSD platform. National Assembly expecting supplementary budget from Buhari, Lawan affirms. Protect Christians, others in northern Nigeria, PFN urges government. Obasanjo Gumi deplore coloration of insecurity, canvas special quotes for bandits, kidnappers. Let's see some more here. Soludo's attack and Anambra's ominous governorship election. Tribute as Uduma Kintale's rights activist goes to rest. Southwest PDP apologizes to NWC over Makinde's threat. Let's see what we have from the sports side. Man United fight back, beats Brighton to cut Man City lead. Okay, still some more before we go to another paper and of course observe a break there, a commercial break. Let me take two more. Fears over surge in casualties as doctor strike enters fifth day. MFI, SME, and challenges of financing.
All right, finally from me, independent newspaper, Odumaki exits off a frontline pro-democracy activist. Nigeria may not get to 2023 with current situation of things. Agbo, how unified exchange rates for local producers will boost Nigeria's export analysts. We'll take a break for a message. When we come back, okay, our commercial messages right now. When we come back, then we bring you issues in the news and we discuss. Good morning.
Shock you. Enter kitchen, make I show you my double door fridge. You never see anything, no.
How una take manage am? New house, new fridge. Abeg show me the road, oh.
My sister. Now landlord wahala na carry me go discover Adron Homes and Properties, oh. Adron Homes and Properties. Now real estate company. We get integrity.
Abeg talk to me, talk to me.
My husband come to give me money, oh. Before you know, no. We don't own our own home. Adron Homes come give us key. Give us fridge. Everything just changed for us.
Hey!
Yes, so you selfie top up your family fund this Easter with only 25,000 naira initial deposit. Constantly spread your balance between 12 to 36 months with plenty gift with buckle for grab. Oya sharply call Adron Homes on 0703 040 2305 or 0803 394 8424.
láti gòkè àgùnlà láyé èèyàn nílò ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹni tó mọ̀nà débi àṣeyọrí. FMH International HR àwọn ni gbajúgbajà akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ alárinà tó mọ ojúlẹ̀jà bá ti ń tọ́ni sọ́nà finimọ̀nà nípa bí gbogbo òǹwáṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé àwọn òǹgbanisíṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR alábàáṣepọ̀ gidi ni wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group láti jùmọ̀ tọpinpin wàhálà táwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn ń kojú nídìí ìgbìyànjú ajé lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. ìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ international migration àti international labour activities.
ǹjẹ́ o tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o nílò ìmọ̀ tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa nípa ìlànà à ń tẹ̀lé láwọn pápákọ̀ òfurufú tó fẹ́ gbà sọdá sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí United Nations Volunteer Research Group pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ FMH International HR ń ṣe research lórí ẹ̀dùn ọkàn àti ìpèníjà tẹ́ ẹ bá ní. questionnaires táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ FMH bá fún yín lágbègbè yín lẹ́ ó ṣàlàyé ìrírí yín sí.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ kàn sí wọn ní 3rd and 9th floor Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn.
telephone 0817 4444 627
àti 081 68 73 7222.
Wetin you dey wait for? You no need to stress at all, at all. Anybody don dey for us. Make we jolly dey go, even small pikin, mommy, daddy, better life for you. Oya brukututu komaro, sisi eko abeg no dey slow. Bank better life promo, you don dey for you. 30,000 worth of gifts for 50 people every week. No dey sit down for your seat, grab the opportunity. Send it better life promo, open any bank account. Send it better life promo, with minimum of 5,000 naira. Send it better life promo, request is any debit card. Send it better life.
For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com/betterlife. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Are you ready?
When we look at the horizon, we see our followers. And as we keep looking, we are inspired to keep moving. To you all, we say thank you. For our followers on Facebook, you are the best. To those on Twitter and Instagram, we love you. And to our YouTube subscribers, we throw you salute. For those who are yet to join us on the flight, we know you are waiting. So catch us live on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at 32FM 949 Ibadan. And to subscribe to our YouTube channel, it is at 32FM 949 Ibadan. You are the real heroes. Once again, we say thank you.
32 FM 94.9.
Good morning once again. Thank you for staying tuned. 32 FM 94.9 Break It On Newspaper Review. I am OLUTAYO OGUNADE.
And my name is DELE ADEYANJU.
Dr. Olojadokun is the analyst. Good morning to you, Doctor.
On top of the day.
Okay, let me see. Good morning once again, Doctor.
Top of the day to you.
Great. Now we can hear you better. All right, DELE asked you something the other time. Well, of course, you were quite close to the late Inka Odumake. We're not looking at the health sector today because of that. All right, St. Chukuma also, another colleague in the industry, also passed on over the weekend. But we're saying, can we just talk about it once again? Just if they'll listen and do the needful. You were quite close to Inka Odumake. How did you receive the news of his death?
Well, I had suspected for some time, and in fact, I've entered Mr. DELE ADEYANJU that he's been ill, and for a while, I think he suffered and went into a coma, but that was for a short period of time. There was a recovery, which was about.
Went into coma?
Oh yes, for a period of time. Okay. He recovered briefly, even alluded to by his wife, and at that time we have thought that maybe the worst was over. But the way this disease runs, the way these complications arise, is you give false hope, and after a while, it just snatches the life away. But it was quite clear that there were underlying issues. As far back as 30 years ago, there were underlying issues for which he was treated abroad for. And I think it's those underlying issues that allowed him to succumb eventually to the complications arising from COVID. I'm especially grateful to his wife that they have not shrouded or they've not hidden the fact that it's COVID. There's some deaths being eaten because the message there is that COVID is still there. You need to take some precautions from that point of view. But I think the hidden message also is the fact that our health sector is certainly nothing to write home about. Just digressing a bit, I knew Odumake throughout the struggle. I was involved in student unionism. He was involved in student unionism.
Your days are span off.
Yes, my days are span off, yes. I was a welfare officer. Later, the executive that succeeded me became the public relations officer, and we didn't always agree politically because he was on the left, and some would say that I was in the center, or the left of the center, whatever it's called. But we had a mutual respect for each other, and we continued to associate. We served together in Abeokuta, and after then we kept in touch, through normal communication, the social media and so on, and we met a few occasions in Ikeja. And I think it's sad because if Odumake can fall victim to the mismanagement of health in this country, then none of us is safe in that respect. A gap is left because it was not just a Nigerian nationalist, more particularly, it was a Yoruba, a nationalist in the sense that he felt that only a strong Yoruba nation will give Nigeria the strength, the identity that it needs to progress and to move forward. But he was also an avid critic of many people in establishment. Some would say that he was a speaker of truth to power. And of course, he always embellished his criticism with a flourish of stories, you understand, which entertained at the same time, brought out cogent issues. Today, we ask the question, Aso Rock gets about 3 billion every year, and all the teaching hospitals, you understand, get about 1.6 billion.
Now, let me read this. The life expectancy for Nigeria in 2020 was 54.81 years, a 0.58% increase from 2019. The life expectancy for Nigeria in 2019 was 54.49 years, a 0.58% increase from 2018. The life expectancy for Nigeria in 2018 was 54.18 years, a 0.83% increase from 2017. Dr. Ojedoko?
Yes. It's still poor. It's still poor compared to other countries around the world. But I guess that some people will say, oh, they're thankful that maybe in 50 years we can achieve more. But many of our debts are needless. That's the point. And I think we don't invest enough in health. It's quite obvious. Even the Aso Rock that is 3 billion. What's Aso Rock for? Because he doesn't even use it for the routine. That's the president. Doesn't even use it for routine. Routine means regular, just check your, what's it called, your blood sugar, check your blood pressure. It doesn't even use the Aso Rock. It prefers to go abroad. If you go by the statement of Gabashew.
So why is Nigeria's health service in such a precarious state?
I think the first is the gross underfunding. That's it. And even when you get the equipment, you understand you don't sustain either the servicing of the equipment, because we've got the know-how, we've got the personnel. Because many of our doctors, when they go abroad, they excel. Without much effort, they excel. So I think it's the gross underfunding, because as I said before, if you have a teaching hospital that gets 1.6, all the teaching hospitals, and you have Asoro getting 3 billion, you understand? It tells you where the priorities of the government are. You may argue that you expect the teaching hospital to charge and to make money, but in reality, a lot of people can't pay, which means that the teaching hospital rely on subvention. And so at the end of the day, we don't have first-class hospitals. We don't have hospitals that are able to cater for the citizenry. And many of the situations, sometimes because of lack of equipment, are mismanaged, misdiagnosed in some instances. It's not so much about the doctors, but it's so much about the facilities they have and so much about the testing in sometimes have been compromised.
We need to look at overcrowding at the teaching hospitals too. Sometimes there are no bed spaces for patients.
You see, that's not another issue. No bed spaces. Sometimes there's some hospitals where water flow is an issue. You can't have an hospital.
And they get 1.5 million.
Tertiary institution is attending to primary health care.
Yes.
It's a misnomer. Tertiary institution is attending to primary health care.
But they shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. That's
yes,
what we're
it shouldn't
saying.
be. Because our health centers, forget about them, you understand? Our health centers do not even work.
Doctor, you'll agree with me that it is very hard to be born in Nigeria.
Oh, it's certainly very difficult to
very
be born
hard
in Nigeria.
to grow up in this country.
And to grow up, and then to...
Even to die.
Yes.
There's still corpses at cemetery.
Yes, it is really.
We need to do something.
Really. Yeah, something needs to happen. And I don't know how many needless deaths we're going to have before we arrive, before we respond, before we do something. And I don't know how many doctors we are going to lose before we actually take this very seriously. But somebody has to take this seriously. Somebody has.
Okay, let's see this one here from the Guardian newspaper. Bakari Kuka hits federal government with damning reports on the nation. You saw it, right?
Yes, and whereas it's the response of the federal government, or the presidency, as we now call it, that really raises some issue here. I mean, Kuka has said that Nigeria has more or less become a killing field. Bakari, of course, says this is not the Buhari that we knew, from that point of view. But the killing fields issue is speaking truth to power. It's the reality. I don't think he's dressing it up. I don't think he's exaggerating. And when they say that Kuka is not speaking like a man of God, so what does a man of God speak like? Well, how did Elijah speak? How did Elisha speak? How did Moses speak? How did Jeremiah speak? Ezekiel? Let's go. Let's take scripture. How did they speak? Of course, they spoke to the issues of the day, and we don't expect Bishop Kuka to do any less. In terms of Bakari, the question is, where is he today? Is he on the side of being a man of God, or is he becoming a politician? Because some would say he's definitely positioning himself, for 2023. But all of a sudden, trying to disentangle himself from Buhari.
All right, in other news, we have a report here credited to the Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, promised that applicants will soon begin to get Nigerian passports within 24 hours. And what just first came to my mind was, is this what we call audio, or is it another white elephant project?
The reality is that if you want to get your passport in 24 hours, on the same day you can. I'm speaking from experience. If you want to get it on the same day, the capacity exists.
Sometimes they say there are no leaflets or something,
yes,
booklets.
But the man in charge, you understand, who is in charge of that center, always has a spare booklet. I mean, but not to go into that, my own view is that if it's well organized, you understand, and done appropriately without people being greedy, it's possible. Rocket science, not rocket science to produce these booklets. These booklets are not state of the art in any way. They're standard. They can be produced. The only thing with the booklets is that they have to be security marked so that people don't counterfeit them. From that point,
is this still being produced from abroad?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. I believe so. But the Nigerian Minting Company also, you understand, also takes part in also producing. So it can be done, you understand. But the question is that you have to guarantee the security of these passports. And secondly, you have to ensure that the people processing it don't become too greedy.
And let's not forget that there is a standard price for obtaining the booklet, but there is people pay times 3, times 4 sometimes.
No, the standard price is not relevant. It's not relevant. Nobody pays the standard price. I don't think anybody...
Except you wait for 6 months or 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year, you understand. So there will always be some money that they will say bring for that and bring for that. You know, even those that are well connected. And, you know, speaking to somebody the other day, I don't want to be revealing too much secret, but what I discovered, you understand, is that the lowly person who collects something is not on his own. He's not doing it on his own. That's all I would say.
All right. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo and Sheikh Gumi have urged the federal government to create special courts to deal promptly with cases of banditry, kidnapping, ransom demands, and unlawful carrying of weapons. During a closed-door meeting yesterday in Abeokuta, Ogun State, they also agreed that hardened criminals must be hard hit with stick while imploring government to punish anybody illegally carrying arms in the country.
Well, it's quite clear that nobody's been punished, mostly. Nobody's been arrested, nobody's been prosecuted. You can look at the courts, look at their dockets. You don't see people being arrested for banditry or being prosecuted. So I think it is the right call. People have to be discouraged. People have to be punished, of course, and people have to be charged to court if they're found in that instance. I don't think it's the congestion of the court. I think it's the lack of the political will to prosecute them. The police, many a times, look the other way when it comes to herdsmen issue from that point of view. But I think if special courts are established, then they have to do their work, and the work will be to prosecute, to pursue, and of course to apprehend.
Yes, I want you to respond or react to this headline we have. I think it's okay, from Daily Post. Nigeria's current state does not represent Buhari. I know, Pastor Tunde Bakare. We actually talked about it the other time, but I think we need to really talk about it. Now, the Buhari Tunde Bakare knows, or since '84 when they've been together or something. What changed?
I don't think he knew Buhari in '84, really. I think the time that he knew Buhari was when Buhari asked him to be his running mate. I think that was in 2011. Okay. So they would have worked very closely there, and of course they would have discussed the plans for Nigeria.
But he was alive when Buhari was head of state.
Yes, he was alive, but then Tunde Bakare, you understand, was in full-time ministry then, '84. Probably was practicing as a lawyer at that point in time. So he wasn't very close to Buhari at that point in time. I think his reference point will certainly be 2011. I think Buhari presented himself as a Spartan person, you know, not too knowledgeable economically, but security on top of security, and of course had the iron zeal and determination for discipline. And I think that's the impression that Bakare had.
And in the areas of security now we are guards down.
Yeah, we're down. But what you also we must understand and appreciate is that the Buhari of 1984 or Buhari of even 10 years ago is not the same person in terms of his health, in terms of his cognition. It's been diminished. It's quite clear it's been diminished. And it's quite clear that Buhari really, the vestiges of old age have caught up with him. We can say it. I mean, there's nothing incendiary about that. It's a normal function of age. And I think also his responses, you know, indicate, you understand, that Buhari, you know...
But Doctor, all those people putting up critiques against the present administration, are they really coming up with alternatives? Are they coming up with solutions?
Some of them are, you know, but a lot of it sometimes is grandstanding, you know, from that point of view. But some of them are, in fairness. PDP, if you ask me about PDP, I won't be able to say yes. PDP doesn't seem to have...
So they are not being a formidable opposition?
No, there's no formidable opposition that has arisen yet. No formidable opposition. What we have is criticisms out there. I mean, there are some people like Professor Otomi, there's some people who are they're political, but not really in political office, that are actually coming with alternative platforms. But I think it's crowded out, you understand, and many of it is not coming through. And that's the position we are. But I think it's very clear. People have spoken about recurrent expenditure. People have talking about our debt profile. People have talked about investment in education, investment in health. You know, those things are there. People have spoken out. Even this refinery, instead of Peter Side spoke about, said, instead of investing in this refinery, you understand, sell it out, sell it off. You know, privatize it and use the money for something else. So there are voices. There are voices out there. It's just that the federal government chooses to ignore them for whatever reason, you know, from that point of view. And many of these people are credible, you know. So 2 years more, 2.5 years more, that's the fear of some people. How are we going to survive? How are we going to cope?
There is palpable tension in Imo State following the murder of 7 traders of northern extraction. A correspondent, that's Daily Trust, gathered that the victims were killed in separate shooting shooting incidents in OLUTAYO and Umuaka in Java local government area between Friday and Saturday. Tension as 7 northern traders are shot dead in Imo.
Yes, this has been rumbling for some time because I think there's been I won't call them clashes, there's been invasion of some of the herdsmen of some of the farmlands. And I think there's been some residual animosity which is spilling over. But this tit for tat must stop one way or the other, because the moment you begin to kill people from one particular tribe, particularly from the north of the country, then there's likely to be a response. So, of course, it's bringing up issues. But I think a lot of it stems from frustration that the security forces, the police particularly, have not been able to curtail it. And I tell you what, the police too are victims in this, because police have been slaughtered in some parts of those places willy-nilly. Police stations have been burned down or have been burnt down. Let's not put it in the present in some areas there. So who's going to bail them? You understand? They don't really have an Amotekun there, but they have something similar. I'm not sure it's official, but there's a network. There's an Eastern Security network from that point of view. Yeah, but something has to be done, because those people don't take it lightly. And you asked the question. We had Shasha Air. Now we're having that, even though it's not on the same scale. But it has the potential to be.
All right, when we come back from this next break, we have a report here that Are Onokakanfo of Yoruba land, that's Gani Adams, has accused Oyo Commissioner of Police of playing politics with security and seeks her redeployment. We'll take a break for some messages.
See how much it now looks better. Golden pennies and movita. New look, the same great taste. Golden pennies and movita. Because it's easy to swallow and not too heavy. The same great taste, easy to make. Golden pennies and movita. See how much it now looks better. Golden pennies and movita. Natural ingredients. Golden pennies and movita. You're so full. Golden pennies and movita. See now the brand new look. Mama says I'm movita. See now the same great taste. See now the golden penny. See now the golden penny.
Guy, what's in the make you scatter house like this, I beg, you help me see my Airtel SIM. I carry and give Sade yesterday, but you know they use him again now. Yay! You don't carry my bonus gift landlord picking. Now today you go pack out. On top Airtel SIM?
Yes, so if you don't reach 15 days where you never use your Airtel SIM, go find them now. Because why? Ogonga will full on top of. Hey, get 2,000 naira airtime plus extra 200 MB for just 200 naira. The more you recharge, the more you are woofo. To begin enjoy this awoof, just dial *241*7#. Terms and conditions, Joe.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Hey, now your house be this.
It shock you. Enter kitchen, make I show you my double door fridge. You never see anything, no.
How una take manage am? New house, new fridge. Abeg show me the road, oh.
My sister. Now landlord wahala na carry me go discover Adron Homes and Properties, oh. Adron Homes and Properties, now real estate company. We get integrity.
Abeg talk to me.
My husband come to give me money, oh. Before you know, no. We don't own our own home. Adron Homes come give us key, give us fridge. Everything just changed for us.
Hey!
Yes, so you selfie top up your family fund this Easter with only 25,000 naira initial deposit. Constantly spread your balance between 12 to 36 months with plenty gift way buckle for grab. Oh yeah, sharply call Adron Homes on 0703 040 2305 or 0803 394 8424.
32 FM
94.9.
32 FM 949 Ibadan. Breakdown newspaper review. And Gani Adams accuses Oyo CP of playing politics. The area Onokakanfo of Yoruba land, Iba Gani Adams, on Sunday urged the IGP, Muhammad Mohammed Adamu to redeploy the Commissioner of Police in Oyo State, Mrs. Ngozi Onadeko, accusing her of playing politics with sensitive security issues. Iba Adams, in a statement by Special Assistant on Media, Kendi Aderemi, also blamed the Oyo CP over roles in the protracted detention of the 3 members of the Odua People's Congress, OPC, that handed over the notorious kidnap warlord Abdullah Iskilu Wakil to the police.
Yes, I wouldn't so much blame the Commissioner of Police in Oyo State, because you and I know that they take their operational directions from Abuja in many respects. But I can understand his concerns that there's not been a level playing field in addressing the OPC and addressing Wakil. But as far as we know, Wakil is still in custody. And as far as we know, the OPC, they've been charged. But Wakil hasn't been charged. And I think that's the problem. Why hasn't Wakil been charged? Why haven't other people connected with Igongo? You understand? Why haven't they been charged? You know, that's it. And I think the rush to charge the OPC is really calls into question the impartiality of the police. And I think that's what Gani Adams is about. But the point about Gani Adams is that, as we indicated, is that he chooses when to speak. And people are concerned that sometimes it's not very consistent as to when to speak and when to get involved in these controversies, affecting the security of people in the Yoruba area, as it were.
All right, President Buhari, is it an advice now?
Yes.
To this man, Adams Oshomole, that he should eschew politics of bitterness? Is he a bitter politician?
Well, I don't know that he's more bitter than all other politicians that he associates with in the APC, or indeed with the PDP. So I don't know why, particularly, the spokesman or whoever has made the statement on behalf of Buhari have decided to identify that as an issue that he should manage and he should deal with. It's an unusual statement. I believe he's celebrating something.
69th birthday.
Yes. Well, he's age mate with Tinubu, isn't he? Yeah. So I believe it's celebrating something. So very unusual statement. Normally you try to celebrate achievements, you try to inspire, try to encourage, but there's a subtle rebuke there.
All right. Do you want us to open the phone line now? Yes. 0906 200949. 0906 200949. I'm still laughing at that comment.
Yeah.
So Oshomole and Tinubu are 8 mates.
Yeah, we're 69. That's what we have in the public record.
Okay.
At least.
All right. 0906 200949. Your age, is it your real age?
Oh yes, I was born in England. I can't doctor it. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't doctor it.
You're in Nigeria now, so you can.
Well, I have to show my certificate of some sort.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, the line went off. 0906 200949. We have Mr. Falado on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm Falado calling for Kopadodo.
All right.
To me, it seems that you don't know that the president of Nigeria is even greater than Buhari. President Buhari will soon pass his dad and go. That's what we should realize. So Nigeria should come forward. When the Al-Qaeda bombed America, all the Americans tend to defend their country. But Nigeria, some people are calling for division, some people are calling for war. So it's time for us to go and change this constitution. Until we change this constitution, Nigeria will just be dancing at the table. Thank you for money.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Faladu, for calling. 0906 200949. 0906 200949. Let's take a lot of calls this morning. Let's take a lot of reactions and responses. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. We can hear you. Uh-oh. 0906 200949. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Gabriel calling from Ibadan.
Go on, Gabriel.
Yes, good morning. I want to quickly speak about the police is investigating. Then, you see, people are still making reference to the Shasha issue. I reside in Ibadan, and I got to know so much about the Shasha issue. The Shasha issue, to be sincere, was not a matter of kind of tribal clash. It was a clash between one or two people, and other people started supporting. So the impression people are giving is that it was the Yorubas that attacked the Northerners. That is absolutely untrue. It was untrue. Let people go there and find out Who burnt all the shops and all the houses around? Were they burnt by Yorubas? The Yorubas had to defend themselves, even in their hometown. Please let people be told that when you are in another man's land, please be respectful and obey the laws of the land. That is the only way we can get peace in this country.
Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you for your contribution.
That's another layer of truth that is being served. At least it's not one-sided truth that we've been getting from some sides, because sometimes we simplify some of these conflicts.
09062000949. All right, let's take this one here. It's a long one from Sunday. Sunday here. You employ a chief to cook and serve your meal, and they say I will do the job, but the contract agreement is that I must never taste the meal I serve you, and you allow them to work. Tell me, why won't they serve a tasteless meal? What right have you to complain when they do? We elect people who will never be treated in our hospitals, whose children will never go to our school, who won't even drive on our roads to fix the same infrastructure they don't have any business with. Why won't they give us the worst of them? There must be a law to constrain them to taste the meal. All right, this is from Gabriel. The other time, they couldn't even fly to Kano for the colloquium. Tinubu's,
No, they couldn't.
Yeah, and they were using...
Yes, the internet or the social media.
They couldn't... Oh, can they drive from Abuja to Kano? Is how many hours?
Or the train.
Or the train?
Yes.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Aka calling from Bodija.
All right, go on, Mike.
Well, talking about the issue of our health facility in this country. Well, you can sometimes, I think corruption is in the health sector too. Even the little one the government is providing for the so-called general hospital, most of the senior doctors there, if you go there, there's no job. They send you to the private clinic and the private hospital. And sorry, they're private pharmacies. For me, even though government want to put money in the health sector, the corruption they have to be watched out. God bless you.
All right, thank you so much for calling. 0906 2000 949. 0906 2000 949. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, comrade, it's good to have you back. Let's have your contribution.
This is Comrade Omalolu from Agbo.
All right. Hello, go on, comrade. Okay.
All right, 0906 2000 949. 0906 2000 949. We'll take a break for a message. We'll be back shortly.
Honey, must you go?
Babe, you know I must. Besides, you can always video call me.
What if your battery runs out?
I've got my power bank.
Hey, and when your power bank runs out?
Babe, I've got my laptop.
Okay, wait. What if your data runs out?
Babe, you know we never run out of data.
Never run out of data with Airtel Home Broadband Unlimited Ultra plans. Enjoy unlimited data with no speed cap plus extra data daily, so you never have to worry about running out. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to get started.
Babe, but I just left the house.
Yes, honey. It's video calling all the way.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Hello, good morning.
Wow. 0906 2000 949. 0906 2000 949. Hello.
Hi,
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, okay.
Good morning, this is okay. Happy Easter to everybody.
Same to you.
The issue is so unfortunate that we tend to lose we are losing our best around. Yinka Odumaki again as one of the people that we all know was outspoken against what we know is not right. Shouldn't we be meditating and asking how come, like Dr. Dedoku was just saying there, our medical facilities, how come they ain't working? What is responsible? Can't we hold some people responsible for such? Our president left our country. Please, medical checkup, not even treatment in UK. Then that means most of our hospitals there, apologies for this word, is more of a death zone than hospital. What can we actually do to make this work? I think that's what we should look at. Since they've decided not to hear us, probably we should help ourselves. What do we do as citizens? They've abandoned us to our own fate. Things should not continue like this. We shouldn't be losing this wonderful set of people. Good morning. It could be me. It could be you tomorrow. Good morning.
Thank you, okay, for your contribution there. Is the problem a lack of medical personnel? Definitely not, Doctor.
No, that's not the problem.
77% of black doctors in the U.S. are said to be Nigerians.
Yes. And if you go to the UK, not as high as that, but a similar number consultants. And, as we speak today, there's a strike going on by the resident doctors. The salary is not being paid for months in some instances. Let's be very clear. Allowances, to do with COVID and so on and so forth. So in those circumstances, those people are not even going to be motivated really to do the job, even if they have all the equipment in the world. So it's multifactorial.
No wonder they are moving out in droves.
Yes, of course. If they get an opportunity to go to Australia, Canada, Britain, or the US, they will go.
Hello. Well, the caller is there. 0906-2009-49 to join the conversation in the studio. Another one. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Yes, sir.
Good morning, doctor.
Good
morning.
Good morning.
Doctor, we need to realize something in Nigeria. Most of the athletes in Nigeria have never been natural. It is always man-made. Does it mean that Odumasi cannot get that amount to travel out of the country? That he had to stay? And is it coincidental that it is this thing happened when some doctors were on strike? Doctor, please, what do you think we can do? Because you mentioned it now, most of the doctors that treat our people outside are black. Most are Nigerians. Our problem now is it that we cannot afford to get this equipment we really need to upgrade our health facilities that will be conducive for us to live a comfortable life in Nigeria, other than get this money and travel out of this country, especially for those who call our leaders. Although I call them rulers or dealers. Have a nice day.
I mean, even if you get the most sophisticated equipment, the reality of it is that you need regular power supply. And in a country where you're relying on generator and you change from one to the other, you understand, sometimes these things get damaged. And I think what some hospitals do, if they can afford it, is just to be on permanent generator. And that's very expensive. Which government hospital can sustain that? Maybe if you're a private hospital, you put premium, so you sustain that. So it's not just about getting equipment. It's really the maintenance of it.
Hello.
And it's really the conditions.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Tayo.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
Mr. Adeyanju.
Morning, sir.
I'm Honorable Dejolade from Oyo. I want to say that to get solutions, the free and permanent solution to this constitutional problem we are having now. I want to suggest, with other people who have been suggesting, that the Nigerian should come into a convention to make a constitutional convention, to agree on a constitutional convention to put final stop to all these problems we are having in this country, in order to save it early enough. Good morning.
Thank you.
0906-2009-49. That's the line to call this morning. 0906-2009-49. Don't forget we're live on YouTube too. You can drop a message on YouTube. The program is Break It Down Newspaper Review. And it's coming live from 32 FM 94.9.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Dele, Doctor, good morning. John from Ibadan. Happy Easter. Now, we are not ready for anything yet. The only thing we are ready is one thing: embezzling of funds. When we are ready for governance, both the leaders, both the led, we will know. But for now, we are not ready. Thank you.
Okay, John. Thank you. Andrew from Okado is asking, so what is wrong with us? He's asking.
Well, I think the structure is not right. And when the structure is not right, no matter what amount of money you pump in or the people that you put in place, it's going to be dysfunctional. And I think that's our main problem. We don't have the right structure. And the system even that we're running also doesn't even encourage innovation, doesn't encourage creativity or efficiency.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Happy Easter.
Same to you, sir.
Doctor, how can we solve the problem of bad system of bad leadership and bad structure we have in on ground? That is the solution to the problem. There is no way we can have good governance in this country. That is the truth of the matter. This is Dr.
Well, thank you, Mubasharon, for calling. 0906-200949. We have some messages, actually. Hello. Okay. Let's see. Do we have messages here? All right, not yet. 0906-200949. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Kola from Okibana.
Good morning.
I think our problem is people like Odumake who are spreading hatred in this country, who are diverting our attention from the main thing. And the main thing is, where is our money? Who are taking ethnic violence, buying over Fulani, whereas we know that Fulani also are suffering. As I said, we need to focus on the money. If we can focus on where our money goes, we will get things right. Instead of us focusing on tribalism.
All right, 0906-200949. 0906-200949. That's the number to call this morning to be a part of the conversation. Yes, a lot of Nigerians are talking about the death of Yinka Odumake. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
We can hear you. What's your name? Good morning.
Hello.
A lot of Nigerians are talking about the death of Yinka Odumake, and what we have is, though we had somebody that posted something about him, very ill, maybe
yes.
ill-themed about him, and in Africa we don't speak ill of the dead, no matter how bad or how terrible that person is, and I'm not sure Yinka was that even terrible.
No. Everybody, there's nobody
Hello,
that's
good morning,
perfect.
sir.
Nobody's
Good morning.
perfect.
Doctor, good morning.
Good morning.
The other time I told you about my own experience in the teaching hospital. There is corruption in teaching hospital. Chief Obasanjo supplied many equipment, but they are not the real equipment that they should use. Majority of people in the hospital, what they did was to get in fake equipment. When I went to that teaching hospital, I was supposed to spend 50,000 naira. I spent more than 2 million naira now in a private hospital in Lagos. It's between corruption and medical doctors there. And they are the one that collecting the equipment, supply the government. That's number one. Number two, Nigeria cannot get headway because of the tribalism. The other time I said, we know some newspaper, some radio stations that they don't like some tribe. Some they don't like you, but some they don't like the North. We should stop all this. We need unity in Nigeria. No country can help us when there is civil war in West Africa. Have a nice time.
All right, thank you so much for calling. You were making a point.
Yes, yes, that nobody is perfect, and so we all have downsides and our pluses. And so, but when people die, we choose to look at the pluses and to celebrate life, because we know that life is short. And of course, so what do we gain by highlighting inadequacies?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
John Jack is my name, and I'm calling from Marcos. I want to pay tribute to Chief Yinka Odumake. I was saddened when I heard the man left this simple word. And let me remind Dr. Jedukun from what he read, life is but a walking shadow. A poor player that thought and felt his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. This is a traitor and idiot full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Chief Yinka Odumake was a jewel of inestimable value, not only to the Southwest, but to Nigeria in general. And I want to equally appeal to the wife and members of the family who love him to take it as an act of God. My name is John Njoko. Thank you.
Thank you, John Njoku, for your contribution there. We can still take one more call before we wrap up this morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Olufemi from Oyo.
Okay.
If people are saying we have not been providing solutions, I want to tell you that even the present set of rulers no solution. Say for instance, if they don't know provision of good health facility is solution to ill health, why are they not health beds that they must be attended to in Nigeria health facility? Why are they going abroad? If they don't know provision of good education facility is the solution, why are they sending their children home abroad? If they don't know that good road network is a solution, why are they flying all around? They know Yoruba sọ pé wèrè mọ rẹ̀ ní wèrè, ẹni tó pè bẹ́ẹ̀ kò lè dìjà ní wá. They themselves know solution, but they refuse to. But we Nigerians are not even ready to fight for our destiny. They God help us.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution there.
Now, Yinka Domaki is a great Yoruba activist, a courageous media man who speaks the truth to power always, unlike others who run away from the truth. Selfish, influential politicians should learn from him. Mr. Fagbemi, thank you for your message. Doctor, we have to go.
Yes, we have to go. And of course, another one has fallen. What will it take us to arise as a nation?
And do what?
And become developed and become at par with the United States of America.
Tyler doesn't seem to believe in the cause of this country any longer. I don't know.
That may not be totally correct. You know,
Partially,
that is why I wake up
correct.
early to be here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it until something positive happens. Right, yeah. Thank you, dear listener, for your calls and your messages. My name is OLUTAYO OGUNADE.
Whatever it is I believe in this country, I don't know when it's going to happen. But I hope it happens to my generation.
Yeah.
My name is DELE ADEYANJU. Thank you so much for your time with us.
32 FM
94.9.
32 FM.
Ìkànnì Adẹ́rìn-Pòṣónú.
32 FM. The Pioneer Joy Station.
32 FM.
The station admired by other radio stations. 32 FM. Baby.
One tagline is never enough. 32 FM 94.9. Filling the world with laughter. Are you ready? Show me your 32.
Ó ga ọ ṣúgà mọ́mì tèmi wá ń gbé tírè lé mi lọ́wọ́ ó ní kiri ògì lọ ní tèmi ò fi fẹ́ gba ṣúgà mọ́mì Ìbàdàn ni o ó tún ní tètè dé pé mi nílẹ̀